I think it'll be fun.
No,
It's 13. It's only 13 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I've driven further, so.
I don't like flying. That's the thing. I think it's 10 to, or it was 13 to the Royal, so.
Yeah, that was a long drive.
That was a really long drive.
I prefer the drive to Florida over the Royal.
Well, considering I did the Jack the week before, that was when the Jack and the Royal were back to back. Excuse me, that sucked horribly. So anyway, it's in Rentham, Massachusetts. I think I'm going to go out there, and I asked Jay if I could borrow a trailer pit, but he doesn't have any that he loans out anymore. Because I just tent it, and I definitely don't want to pull the trailer out because they're going to be like $1,000 in fuel because I get like 6 miles to the gallon. But I think I definitely want to do it. It'll be fun.
I bet you if you put something out there on one of the Facebook pages, somebody would have a pit for you.
Oh, probably. Yeah, probably. I could be like all the people that are doing Team of the Year and
they're just flying around.
They're just flying around the country.
People going to all these states that only have one competition, so they can get an automatic for the Jack.
We met a guy. His team name is Papa Pig, and he's from Arkansas. But he came up here to Michigan when the association did the spring fling and had 60-something teams. Came in, rocked a 707, and left. Had cooked on 2 drums, really like a 8x8 tent, and got his meat shipped in, and just brought his knives and spices with him. Like, shit.
The mark of a true pitmaster is it doesn't matter. It's the cook, not the cooker. So, Fran says that Rentham is her hometown. What a coincidence. I had no idea we had listeners that shared hometowns with any of our hosts. So
that's
crazy. I know.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, Skippy.
Sorry, I missed the thing. Yeah.
Steve wants to know if you're driving a diesel. Yes, he is, but it's a Ford, so it doesn't really count.
You want to hook up bumper to bumper any day? I got you.
Okay, I'm still getting double digits to get to the gallon.
Because you don't have DEF.
Yes, I do.
Oh. Did you ever do that fake deletion kit?
I have not, because I'm terrified of breaking something. I have it.
Because it took this long to make it work without having any problems?
We still go into low power mode, but I am almost 100% positive that is a fuel pump, that the fuel pump's failing, based on my Googling of...
What would that have to do with DEF?
Nothing.
But you go into low power mode because of DEF, don't you?
No.
Oh, it's not because of DEF.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's 2 different... So you can go into speed reduced to 55 mode.
Yeah, that's
which is not reduced power mode.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were going into.
So trucks nowadays will go into reduced power mode anytime they see trouble, like internally, just to keep you from doing more damage.
True.
And everything, and it only happens when we're pulling the trailer. So everything that I've done Googling said scenario, it's the fuel pump is not putting out enough fuel. So the system thinks it's not able to do it. So it kicks into low power mode. And all we do is just throw the truck into neutral while we're driving down the highway and turn it off, turn it back on. And we're good to go.
Oh,
so
that's great. That's probably great for the transmission.
Oh, everything's fucking digital anyways.
No, we, yeah, so I think we might just do that. Just a fun way to end the year. The cafe is just going swimmingly.
Care to expand on that? That's the word I was going to go for, but I don't think it's the right word. Expound?
Expound. There you go.
Yeah.
Expound on that. Yes. So the owner, it's obviously a coffee shop. The owner also runs a coffee trailer, and it's getting colder out, and so he's being booked, and he runs the trailer with somebody else. And since he's doing everything himself, and could I hire somebody to do it? Absolutely, but it's just a cost that I don't want to incur because I already have to incur money getting all the equipment in there and stuff like that. I don't feel it's right for me. Now, if I want to do it, then obviously, yes, I should, but it's just the floor. The floor is all we need to do.
Yeah.
And honestly, frankly, it might not open until next year because I've already committed to the World Food Championships, going to Florida with you, and that's all in the beginning of November. So it's like I'm going to be gone anyway. So why open it if I'm just going to be gone?
Mm-hmm.
So I can start like we did last year, and just once the floor gets done, gives him time to get the floor done when he's not running his trailer, and since he doesn't have heat in there, he might be done by November. But anyway, we do have a big event this weekend. Our local brewery is having a 3-year anniversary event where they have they're big fans of hard rock and metal, so they're having a big concert from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And they're actually shutting down the road just for us. We're the only food truck there. They have food too, but they're running a limited menu just to try to keep up with demand of alcohol. So we're gonna take some of their beer and maybe do a collab on a sauce.
Cool.
I'm gonna work on that this week.
Nice, buddy.
That's gonna be fun.
What else you got? You got a full week this week?
Yeah, I've got a catering Friday. Catering is just fucking awesome. Everybody loves us. We have a subdivision tomorrow night that we normally do pretty decent at. Roadside on Wednesday. Still trying to find something for Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was obviously expecting something to be done, and I can go in there and start, slinging meat out of there, and that's not happening.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad that you have a good thing. All right. So, do you still have a bunch of stuff open for the rest of the month? I know you were talking about it was kind of light.
No, we do. We have a ton. I mean,
are you actively searching?
Somewhat
to try to hit your target still.
I don't think I'll hit my target or my last year's sales. I think we only did, I think, 18 last October. So if I get, I'm going to push catering, see if I could do some drop offs or anything like that during the weeks. My weekends are still pretty booked. This weekend's booked. Next weekend's booked. So it's like hard to find events or something like that are going on during the week.
Yeah,
but we'll figure it out. We'll do some fun stuff. I got my roadside to keep that active. The weather's supposed to hold out for a little while. My rec tech on my trailer took a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know how to fix it either. I mean, I do know how to fix it, but it won't cost me anything to fix it other than just time. But I think the igniter rod went out because it's tripping my GFI on the trailer.
Oh.
And since I permanently mounted it on a frame, I don't know if I have the ability to get to where it needs to go. So, yeah.
Steve says 3 more weeks, Skippy.
Absolutely.
Pedal to the metal. Get every drop out you can.
No, I think he's saying it from...
Nope.
It's Darren's podcast thing. 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks.
I'm saying you have 3 more weeks left. Pedal to the metal, bed.
Oh, yeah. We'll
squeeze every drop out of
it. Next Monday is Columbus Day and also Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
You should run a special.
We're not open.
I know. We're close to observe the holiday.
Yeah, for us, we're kind of in the opposite of pedal to the metal. Like, we had stuff open, some evenings and stuff open on our calendar, and I'm not even looking for things. It's like we've had such a good year, and it's been such a busy lead up to October. Like, we've been going so hard.
Move your mic close to you. There you go.
Is that better?
Yes.
So it's been so busy, and it's been hard.
I didn't say to molest the mic. Jeez.
I can't help it. You put something that close to my face, and it's just like,
wow. Oh boy.
Hold on, I got a message coming through.
You're trying to multitask?
Yep.
Oh.
Matt was letting me know he's running a little bit late.
Oh, good. Can you finish your thought, squirrel?
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
Molesting the mic. I don't know.
We're not actively seeking out things to fill those spots. We have enough in October that I'm pretty confident we're going to beat last October's sales. If someone reaches out to us and we have space, then yes. But I'm not making first contact with anybody at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. We have 9 days in November. I think we have just lunches on 4 of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Sounds good.
Yeah, you just got to do it.
So some of those spots we are decent enough that we can stay through like 5 o'clock, try to hit some of the people heading home or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, yeah, it's like, if something pops up, then yeah, we'll do it. We've gotten a few corporate lunches and stuff that have asked us recently, so it's been nice being able to have some space on the schedule that we can get that in. But yeah, I think we're ready. We're ready for the off season this year. I think more than we have been in previous years. Just because it never really slowed down for us until this last week. And I mean, it was still a pretty decent week. So,
yeah.
With lots of running around. So, yeah, we were talking to our friends Dune Buggy, who they opened up a second trailer, different concept this year. So Dune Buggy, which does burgers and chicken tenders, really good. They are always busy, always have a line. It's really annoying being set up near them at festivals. Because even when we get to the point where, things start dying down, they still have a line. No one else has a line. They still have a line. I think they are laundering money and doing some sort of illegal activity through there.
No, let's not say that. No. They are above board.
They are. They're really good people. So yeah, and then their second truck is called Bougie Bowls.
Yes, I love it. I already love it.
Yeah, healthy rice bowls with vegetables and fruit and stuff.
Just love the name.
Yeah,
care less about the bowls.
Yeah, both trucks are really, really awesome people. And I was talking to him. He's like, yeah, we have 4 weeks left, and it cannot get here soon enough. They are so done for the year. And he said they'll do a part-time through December, doing some hit and miss stuff with one of the trucks. He says that's pretty much just for my staff, that I can still give them some hours at least through the end of the year. He said, but I'm done in 4 weeks. Like,
yeah, don't blame him.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting then to see on Facebook, some of the posts on the training groups, the food truck training groups and other support groups. Man, it's really been slow for us this year. We've really seen a downturn. Anybody else experiencing the same thing this year? And like 75-80% of the posts are, yep, we are way down this year. And it's like, I throw out my post like, yeah, we're up 15%. And I almost feel bad about it. I was like, but at the same time, I don't. I mean,
can't be.
A lot of ours is because of catering, and we really put a focus on it. And it's not just Aetna. Because really, all that we've gained in Aetna, we've lost a $12,000 day from Aetna this year between last year, because they cut out their biggest counter day, which was a 600-person one. So it's not as big of a hop as what you would think. We've done a lot of other corporate stuff too, and then a whole lot more weddings this year, it feels like, and all that kind of stuff. So, but we really put a focus on catering. It's hard to tell roadside wise. All I can go based off is transactions.
Yes.
I think we're going to be down on transactions a little bit, but not a huge amount. I think we're going to be within 400 transactions of last year, which, considering the amount of days that we weren't open to the public this year, I'll take. The things we did better at this year are festivals and picking festivals. Mm-hmm. We didn't get skunked on I think the only bad festival day we had was, and it was still a $3,500 day, was Irish and Ionia, but we expected it to be a $7,000 day, $8,000 day.
Yeah.
So we had food for $8,000 and did 3,500. One of our Kentwood Food Truck Festival, the one that we did, it rained all day. I can't really fault anything but the rain on that one. But other than that, yeah, I mean, the festivals we picked, we've made good decisions on. We've made good decisions on number of days we're at festivals. So we've just improved our scheduling versus previous years, which I think is a good portion of that 15%. So yeah, I mean, the economy sucks right now. People are eating out less.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still plenty of people eating out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, clearly, we are not at 2021 levels of restaurants closing. We're not there where no one is going out, mostly because restaurants are closed. But
so
Steve asked if I think it could be part of our social media presence too. Partly, yeah. We're still, and Steve, for me, we're not anywhere near the level I want us to be at with social media. And again, it's something that we try to get better at every year. I'm spending money now on getting pro versions of like CapCut for TikTok instead of just the free version. Really trying to improve the quality of our posts, the imagery that's involved in that on our daily post. Like the Monday morning food truck post I did this morning, just trying to get to where it's not just a picture of food, but something a little bit more for you to look at, where it's not just you can scroll through it and see the picture, but if there's multiple things to look at, you're going to stop and look. And the algorithms know if you're just scrolling past or if you're spending time on a particular post. So it knows. So that's the part we need to get better at, is keeping people at our posts. Our social, we do pretty good on social media. We do good on Facebook. We are below average everywhere else. So we need to get better in those spaces. That said, we did go live yesterday during service the hard way on TikTok. So we had to have a laptop and a webcam set up using their TikTok studio that they use for like gamers and stuff. I think we ended up having like 30 viewers total. Had some interactions on there. We gained 5 followers during that time. So yeah, something we would like to do more. And then once we get to 1,000, it's a whole lot easier to go live. But I'm sorry to cut you off, Skippy. You were going to say?
No, nothing that was similar to what you were just talking about.
Nothing similar? Well, that's good. Let's switch topics.
We were talking about every time we talk about transactions and like how, like where we're at. I actually just found out how to find out where it was at last year compared to this year. I'm down 750 transactions year to date. Last year
did you find the actual both numbers in a report, or did you have to just look at last year's total transactions? And
well, yes, you gotta do it that way. But if you're on your home screen in Square, you can click on the number of transactions that you have.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting there.
Actually, hold on. Oh, that's right. All you gotta do is change you don't even need to do that, but you can just change the date that you're looking up on your home screen. So like my date's January 1st to October 8th. So I had 6986. And if I just do this year, I'm at 6235. Yeah, you just got to change the date. Sorry.
Yeah, it was like if I click on the transaction numbers, it just takes me to all the transactions.
If you do that, you can do it that way and then change the date.
Yeah. So last year I did 11,960.
Yeah.
This year I'm at 10,018. So I need to do another 1,900 transactions.
Yeah,
which seems like a lot.
So last year I did 78.83, and year to date I'm at 62.35.
Let's see, 1,900. How many days do I have left that we're open? It's somewhere in the vicinity, like 20 something. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 32 days left that we're open to the public. So I need to 60 transactions a day, which seems doable. I mean,
Seems doable.
I bet you that's pretty close to what our average has been for our public open days. So
yeah, seems doable.
yeah, I was expecting that to be closer to 100. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Like I said, I fully expect us to be within like 400, 300, which isn't bad. But if we can hit that same transaction numbers and then be up the 15% without our price, without having really a price increase this year, I think we had a 1%, 2% price increase year to year.
Yeah.
So still really sales to sales, we're up huge. So, yeah, and then we're gonna refocus some ads again. Coming up here in the next week, probably trying to push catering for December, January. Yeah, because we had December and January sales last year and February sales last year from some hit and miss catering stuff. Like we did $3-4 grand in December last year. That it would be nice not to be down a month.
Right.
Outside because we were already down from January and February from this past year. We were doing paninis still. So really, when we started this year, we were already $10,000 down year to year.
Yeah.
So I feel really good about this year, and not making the decision not to push to get the second trailer here, I think was huge, and I think was the right decision. I think we could have booked a lot, but I
think you would have run yourself thin.
As stressed as we were already for most of the year.
Yeah.
Making the decision to see what we can really push the one trailer to.
So do you think you maxed out?
No. I don't think we're anywhere close. I think we can get another $100,000 out of the year.
Off your current setup.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, things have to go really right, and a lot of that is just locations.
Yeah.
Like we definitely had some locations drop off. But yeah, if we can get to a solid where our bad dinners are now $700-800. I mean, you think, Skippy, only $200 more a day is another $400,000 or $40,000.
True. Well, I look up the amount of money that I believe I gave up being down for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, I think I gave up 20 grand in those 4 weeks, which at the end of July and early August probably could have been closer to 30 based off what I had booked. If it was 30, I'd be even right now, and the rest of the month would be gravy or, above last year's total. So if it was 20, I'd need about 10 grand to hit last year's total. So I think this year I'd be up if it wasn't for my knee injury, which makes me feel good about next year.
So yeah, I mean, looking at like I said $200. So really, if we can add $500 on average a day next year, there's our $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, looking at what we've done, it's like that's well within our capacity on the trailer.
Yeah.
To be able to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, we still have more days than I like that are less than $1,000 for the day. You know, those $600 days, $700 days, and they're not all bad weather days.
Yeah.
You know, there's shit location. We just fucked up. You know, and some of that, I mean, some of that is going to have to be that we're even more intentional about locations and what's going on in the area and doing some research about what's going on when and where, and trying to avoid those types of scenarios. Like when we do Wiseman Distillery stuff, like we need to stop scheduling dinners and be open to doing dinners other places on Friday nights once football season starts.
Yeah.
Because Friday nights there are just horrendous because high school football in the area is so huge.
Do you think you'll ever try to get into the high school football?
We've done a couple pregame setups for Caledonia. We've had a couple other places reach out to us. I think more schools are starting to do it.
Yeah.
If not during the game, but like tailgate, because there's more and more high schools that are open to tailgating and having people come into their parking lots early and doing that kind of thing. I know Newaygo they did food trucks last football season, and they reached out this year to us, and we didn't have the availability on the dates they had still.
Yeah.
But they're doing like suggested donation of $150.
Yeah.
Like, all right. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from boosters, you know.
No,
and I think that's where a lot of schools are kind of, they would like to do it, but it's a fine line because
their concession stand and their candy is like, sell your candy all day long, sell your popcorn all day long.
But for like ours, like Caledonia has Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Oh, really?
Jets, they have Jets pizza, Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I mean, they have good food, you know, so it's, you know, we don't want to take anything away from anybody else. And
so our pizza guy just did one of the local school's homecomings. Last year, he went to the homecoming because his son was playing, and they ran out of pizza by the second quarter.
Yeah.
Well, he's a pizza guy, so he brought his new slice wagon, as he calls it. I'm gonna share a picture of it because I think it's just badass, and I don't think we've ever.
Steve, I'll get to your other two questions here as soon as we're done with pizza talk.
Pizza talk.
Pizza talk.
Anyway, so he brought his slice wagon, which is what this is. Tell me that's not like the coolest thing you've ever seen.
I like it.
He's got his little window right here. He's got his pizza oven, you know. Anyway, he says it's the shittiest thing to drive. This right here, all his graphics is all hand painted.
It looks like something you would see in Mexico for like public transportation. It would have like 700 people on it, like on top, like not Mexico, India, like people sitting on top of it. Yeah.
Anyway, so he went up there, did slices, $5 a slice, New York style. Did 2,800 in a football game. I'm like, shit, yeah, like just do it. He's got four levels of oven, and he's just throwing pies in there. I'm like, shit, yeah, do it.
Yeah, I think some of that is stuff that we might seek out next year. Those football games, and
we were asked to go to a school, not homecoming, but like parent-teacher conference day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we've done it's at the same school that he went to, this Western one, but he went to. We did when the kids come and meet their teachers for like a back to school day, orientation day kind of thing. We always killed it. They had a 10% donation. You know, we always did over $2,000. And it was us and like 2 other trucks. So parent-teacher conference night with a big school that's got 1,000 kids in it.
Yeah,
it'd probably be worth it. But
well, just like us with like the family fun nights and stuff. Like we do a couple of those, and they're for the most part pretty banging nights. So, definitely a solid dinner.
What's Bubba's question?
Not Bubba.
Oh, is there another Steve?
Who's the other Rodriguez. Steve Rodriguez.
Oh.
He's been asking all these questions.
Oh.
I have not seen or heard of Bubba today.
Yeah, the Steve we like. All right. What's up, Mr. Rodriguez?
I'm gonna guess these are both directed at me. He said, with your background, with the background you have you looked at Raspberry Pis to help with streaming? I love Raspberry Pis. I've used a few of them in my previous life with work.
I hear they're pretty tasty.
Yeah. So it's basically just a little Google computer that can handle singular type tasks. Easily programmable. For streaming, so there's all the ways you can do streaming. So you can set up your own, like I can set up a streaming service on our website, and we could just go live on Facebook, or not Facebook, yeah, Facebook or YouTube. We can redirect that stream to our website and just create like a paywall for it. It's not really something I want to do. I don't want to just redirect a YouTube stream or any of that. So to do something like that to where we're live streaming on our website, a Raspberry Pi would probably work very well for it. The reason I think everybody wants to go live on TikTok is because it's a great space to earn passive income. If you can be just entertaining enough or not boring enough to hold people there for a couple minutes. You know, it doesn't have to be anything zany. Like, I was surprised at how many people, I think one time we had 10 concurrent viewers sustained watching our stream. You know, and we weren't doing anything special. It was just normal service. It wasn't overly busy. We were steady, but you know, it's so, and that's something that people can watch where they're not directly paying for anything, and that potentially we can earn some sort of passive income on it. Really, that's the whole reason anybody would do it. That, and you get those handful of people that follow you from a different state or whatever. They follow you on TikTok, they watch your lives or whatever. Then they travel to your area for some other reason. And you're like, you know what? That one truck that we watch on TikTok is from here. Let's go to there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much local influence we have as far as advertising and stuff. We do want to figure out a fun way to do our weekly schedules onto TikTok. That's not just reposting the same format that we do on Facebook. So working on how we can do that in a engaging type of way. And his other question was, what's happening with the smoker situation? And I'm assuming you're talking about my smoker situation.
Yeah, what's happening with that, Joshua?
I don't know, man. The outside walls are getting awfully hot lately. We actually have a small brown spot on the stainless steel on the piece that he replaced when he took out the chute and replaced the chute, and then put a new piece of stainless over it. We actually have a brown burn spot there. So fire's hitting it clearly, or is pretty hot there. And it's right there at the bottom of the chute.
Yeah, why don't you just touch it and see how warm it gets?
Oh, I did.
It got warm, is what you're saying?
It's warm. So new smoker is imminent. So it will be something in the family of what Skippy has, probably. More than likely a rotisserie. Yeah, that will be happening soonish, probably. The biggest challenge then for me is to figure out where I'm putting it and how we're going to use it in a way that doesn't take up space in my garage. So back to the whole storage barn type situation where we can get that in there and use it as a little smokehouse type of thing. So it's going to be a very busy off season for me getting some of that stuff situated, but
well, good. I mean, you're not doing anything anyway, so
yeah. Why would I want to be bored?
Yeah.
I mean, and Chris brought up some good points. He's like, well, how are we going to? Because because we're usually not doing like our smoked beans until they don't go on the smoker until like 9 o'clock because they only take a couple hours,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we're traveling with those on, and then like chicken quarters and all that are all late on to the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's fine. We just have to change timelines so that everything's done by the time you want to leave. So, the problem is that our current steam table, the thermostats are all jacked on it. So they're just on. So to put the beans on that table for an extra 3 hours is not awesome. They won't hold there well. So we're probably looking at a new steam table this off season. A higher quality one versus one that, the cheapest option off a web restaurant. We'll probably go with a higher quality brand name, something that we know we can get replacement parts for. Because I can't even get a replacement thermostats for these. I've ordered 3 different ones, and none of them work right.
Would you think about going back to propane?
No, because I don't want to have to deal with the shit that you had to deal with adjusting the flames and the pilot lights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I have no problem with electric. It's just that the thermostats went out on them. So, and that it was a off-brand, cheapish enough one that we can't get parts for it. So,
yeah, I get it.
It's that, you buy what you can with the money you have. And now that, we're finally getting to a spot where cash flow is a little bit better for us. I'm not a little bit, a lot better for us. So we can start, putting in some quality equipment and replacing some of the cheaper stuff that we had to use at the start. So, yeah. Bernie finally chimes in with a good morning.
Morning, Bernie.
Nice of you to join us with 10 minutes left in the show.
Bastard. Yeah, I think a new smoker for you would definitely be worth it. Just depends on which one you want.
Jabril Peppers got arrested.
Good for him.
Assault and drug charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to happen. We were spending $3,000 a year in the off season on the one that we have on the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So on rehab and stuff. So, we'll probably do that one more time. Well, my uncle is a master welder. He built Big Blue for us. So I will probably
Time to build another one.
No, no, I can't go back to that.
Well, your stoker system, you were good.
No,
really?
No. I was still up all night. We had to put a bag of charcoal in that thing every 40 minutes.
So, all right. So I'll talk about what I was, because I talked about it with you, but actually, I don't even know if I talked about it with you. Yeah, I probably did. So, Outlaw Smokers, our friend Jay Craig out of Mentone, Indiana. No plug.
No plug.
Yeah, it doesn't pay us enough. Doesn't pay us anything. He builds fantastic offset smokers. I've had the pleasure of owning 2. Actually, yeah, 2. So selling them both. Sometimes you regret it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so the one thing I was thinking was for the cafe, instead of cooking overnight, was to cook during the day and hold it until the next day's service. Since you have people, would you think about that?
You know my feelings on that. I don't like doing it.
The best restaurants in Texas do that.
Oh, God. Thanks, Bubba.
No, I'm saying because I was there, and that's exactly what they do, is they cook their briskets, and once they're done by 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, they throw them in the warmer for next day.
I know.
So could you work it? What I'm saying is, could you stay home, have your guys run the truck, and all you do is cook meat? Because you can do you can do everything you want to as far as run your business, and cook meat at the same time.
Well, that's essentially what the plan would be, but it'd just be doing it overnight instead of the day before.
True that.
So,
because that's what I was thinking of for the cafe was to while it's running, I can get there at 5 o'clock in the morning, light the pit, put the small meats on at 6. They'll be done by 10 at the latest. Put them in the warmer, and then start big meats for the next day.
Yeah.
Wrap halfway through, cook hot and fast like I like to do anyway. I mean, right now there's enough outlaws for sale where I could buy 2.
Yeah, what the heck's up with that?
I don't know. I know Rich is getting rid of his because he's cleaning room in his barn. He's got 6 of them.
Well, he doesn't want to get rid of his deep south or his southern deep south.
He has a deep south, yeah.
Yeah, his trophy from Sam's Club.
Yes.
That he never cooks on.
Never once had a fire in it.
Yes, it has. I've borrowed that smoker before.
Oh, okay.
And he won Sam's Club with it, so it's been lit at least twice.
Oh, that one. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. He says he'll never sell it. He said it's his favorite reminder.
So he's been called J. Craig's best salesman ever.
Best customer ever.
Yeah. No, best salesman. Like he peddles
Yeah.
to call Jay and order him. Anyway, so there's outlaws for sale right now for like I could buy 2 individual ones for the same price as a brand new offset or brand new 1,000-gallon offset basically is what it is. And just run 2. But it's like run big meats, small meats. I mean, everything can be done. I don't know. It's a heavy thought right now, but I just don't have any place to put them. I'm already stuck to the gills as it is.
Shit's blowing up over here.
Oh, good, please.
Jason, sorry, had to unload the trailer from a busy weekend and gotta make sure I really crush Skippy's sales and try to catch me. Ha 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 ha. I hope you do, bud. I hope you do catch me.
Is that Scanlon?
Yeah. Steve asked pellets and NSF required.
Yes and no.
On the pellets? Is there NSF pellets?
Oh, no, there's not NSF pellets. He's NSF as far as stainless steel racks and smokers. Yeah. So I found out that some counties, whatever, states require your smoker to be NSF certified.
Really?
And I mean the one I'm cooking on does, but
yeah, Kent County never even asked about it.
No, mine doesn't either.
Yeah, huh.
But I think there's states that I think Indiana's one where you have to cook on NSF.
Jason also says I've had briskets and butts up to 16 hours in the cabinet, and they turn out great. I need to do it more often so I can sleep. I've done it too. Skippy and I both kind of ran tests early in the year.
Fuck, I still do it.
I think I had one. So yeah, every once in a while we do it. Especially like if we're doing someone pre-orders pork that they're just gonna fridge later or when they get it. Like, so we'll cook that throughout the week and not try to all do it that day because they're just gonna put it in the fridge anyways. So like on a service day, we'll cook two extra butts, maybe. We won't pull those last 2 butts until we know for sure we don't need them for the day. And then we'll pull them and then fridge them. They taste fine.
See, I don't like when they're pulled.
Like we don't pull them and hold them. As soon as they get pulled, they go in the fridge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Long holding pulled stuff doesn't work.
No,
it has to be held.
So my only colors, it will be nasty looking.
Yeah. So my only problem that I've seen with long holding whole butts, I haven't tried it with a brisket because it terrifies me, is that the bark, we lose some of that bark integrity. And not the crunchiness of it. It just, I don't know, it doesn't look the same. It doesn't have, you start to lose some color. You know?
So question, what is that? I mean, we got a minute left, but what does that do? Do you think people are pulling your sandwich apart to find the bark?
Remember that we also sell by the pound too.
True. Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And I know it's visually appealing, blah, 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 hit and miss anyways. I mean, because there's people that get a half pound with 0 bark in it just because of the way we pull it out of the pan.
Yeah.
We're not intentionally making sure everybody gets bark, but just some thought. I think it tastes fine.
See, here's the thing: is you cook your butts upside down, right? Like fat cap up.
We're fat cap up.
So where is your bark, quote unquote, coming from? Because if you cook in a pan, technically where bark would be in juice all day or all night while you're cooking.
We still have the 4 sides that are all bark. So really, you're only losing the top section.
You don't peel your fat cap off?
We do. So but not until after they're done. But yeah. Okay. So you have the 4 sides around the edge.
Correct.
Yeah. And the money muscle's all still
ish.
Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah. But we find that shit cooks a whole lot better that way. And since we don't wrap halfway through,
yeah,
we're protecting that meat from drying out in the air over that period of time. Just says, I'm vending on Wednesday at Farmers Market, Monday at an apple orchard. Fingers crossed. It's going to be a change from catering. So
great. Yay.
Jason, we're going to be pushing in. I think we're going to get close to 4. I think 375, 380 is a possibility for us this year. So there's your target if you want to go and get to me. We might hit 4 if we can really get some catering in for December. But good luck. Maybe next year.
There's a house for sale for $22,000.
When you're shopping for houses, isn't it?
No, Hoss. Hoss. Oh. HOSS.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
let's get this over. I got shit to do.
Let's roll. What else you got? Anything else?
Nothing.
We good?
We're 2 minutes
fantastic.
over.
It's a great day.
It was a beautiful. Thank you guys, everybody. I appreciate it. Yep.
Please wake up and have a great day.
I forgot we got disconnected off our TikTok.
Oh.
Oops. All right. Everybody else have a good day. Have a good week. We
Find us on all the wonderful social media places. This is episode 622.
We'll let you know if we have a show next week with the holiday.
I ain't busy.
Yes, we'll have a show next week. Same time, 9:00. Everybody have a wonderful week. Talk to you later.
Bye.